What I didn't expect to see this summer was Dad selling Frank Kessie to Liverpool after just one season with him in Inter Milan. Probably won't be the last time we see him though, I'd imagine. And the 2030 World Cup took place in Turkey, where a lot of big clubs had early eliminations, leading to France winning the whole thing, which also created a lot of jobs for managers to move. However, we both stayed put at our clubs this season. Now, there was a lot of managerial appointments being made internationally, which meant there was obviously a few club managers, like the England manager, come from Strasbourg, so that was never going to open up anything for us. And to be honest, we weren't really interested.
No, we weren't. We wanted, we had finished business to get on with. So
and instead we just had an unbelievably busy transfer window. We spent a ton of money. So let's have a look to see what Dad's done first, because you also turned down quite a lot. If I remember rightly. So on the outs, Frank Kessie.
Yeah, he's come in and done me a favour again, and I've put another winner's medal in his cabinet. So I just said to him, well, Frank, I've won the league again, mate. I don't need you anymore. So he said, oh, okay, boss, I'll go. So I said, I'll call you back when I want to win another league.
I can't wait till he retires and becomes like a coach or an assistant. And you just carry it along with you and see what it's like. But yeah, he's gone to Liverpool, £15 million. He's moved in the last 3 windows.
It'd be interesting to see if he wins with Liverpool now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so there we go. You also sold Marcus Thuram for £30.5 million, which was your backup striker from last season. 33, so get that. Nats has really overpaid there, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Considering he only got 7 goals and 8 assists. I know he didn't play a lot, but still. Which meant that you spent quite a lot of money. £178 million. So, free transfer to begin with, Andre Onana.
Well, my goalkeeper was retiring.
Both our keepers retired.
So I had to get another keeper in.
Yeah.
So that's a good replacement, I think. I mean, it's
going
to
be Inter Milan keeper.
It was going to be a fight between him and my reserve keeper who takes the top spot, and so I'll let him get on with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you identified right back was the position that you needed the most.
It was probably my weakest in the whole team, wasn't it? So I went in for a good right back, so I got this guy. I'm quite pleased with
Nugent, 22 years of age.
Yes, he looks quite good, doesn't he?
He does look good, yeah. Cost a lot of money, 85 million, but when you're at this point where it's like, that's the only position I really need to improve, and the players to improve him are going to cost that much money.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Especially in a right-back role, which is very much like there's not a lot of positions.
No.
Not a lot of players in that position. You're going to be overpaying like I did last season for Nuno Mendes.
Yeah.
So Lucas Broles, a youngster coming in from Cologne for £85 million. Then you went back to an old friend for a centre-back role.
Well, same again. He was good.
Yeah.
But I felt
morale, wasn't it?
I felt I could just get a little bit better and just strengthen my defence up.
And you also only had 2 actually out-and-out centre-backs.
Yeah. So I just went in for this guy. I knew it had to be someone a little bit better than what he was. So, and I know this guy quite well. So
yeah,
I was on the phone to him the other day.
Yeah.
he's like the second one after
blowing up.
Yeah.
So Gino Dest, £12 million.
This was the guy that when I had a bit of money left over, it was a case of right, let's get a couple of squad players in just in case I get a few injuries. And this guy covers both sides, and he's quite good as well. So.
Yeah, and Javier Schlager.
Yeah,
from Liverpool.
Another guy that come up that was quite good as a squad player, really.
Yeah,
just in case I get any injuries, because
solid mentals.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I mean, so good, really, isn't it? So
yeah.
Now I've got the first team speaks for itself, and I've got a couple of good squad players right behind them. Just to cover me for injuries, really.
Yeah. You changed tactics slightly as well. You brought the 2 midfielders up higher.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking to myself now, I just want to be a little bit difficult more to beat. So my defence are coming up quite quick. So I don't want a midfielder just sat there just in front of them. I want them all already up front.
Yeah.
Up, and then let's take the game to everybody else now.
Yeah.
So I'm going for it this time.
You changed the inside wing, or inverted winger, as well, to an inside forward.
Yeah.
Those are the main changes that happened. A couple of player instructions as well. And this is the starting 11, best 11, which, you can't really argue with that.
No, not really, no.
I've
got quite a few good midfielder players just in case I get a few injuries, like Smith Rowe there. He's quite good as well, isn't he? So yeah, I think I'm covered here. So, I mean, like I said to you in the last video, I'm not interested in the league now. I'm interested in just going for the cup.
Yeah.
So I can't afford to have a weak side, because you only got to lose one game and you're gone, aren't you?
Yeah.
And that's a season wasted for me then. Apart from the Champions League, really, I can go for still.
Yeah. Schedule then. You've played 3 games. You've dropped 2 points against Lazio away from home. Always going to be difficult. And they scored in the 96th minute.
Yeah.
Sassuolo 5-2, Sampdoria 6-0.
Oh, that's a hell of a result, isn't it?
Yeah. There is a little bit of problem, though, that you've got with Lautaro Martinez.
Yeah, it is.
And a lot of your players are about 32, 33. So you're getting a lot of offers, but it was like, I'm never going to accept that.
No.
He is prepared to leave on a free.
Yeah, next season. So I'm hoping, really, that I win that cup this season.
Yeah.
Then I can sort of say, okay, you're going. But if I don't win the cup this season, I've got to replace him.
Yeah.
How do you replace that?
Yeah, he's so good. He's absolutely exceptional.
Yeah.
Because I know he's 33, but he's got 20 natural fitness.
Yeah.
So he ain't going to go like drastically decline. He's going to stay world class as they put him here. So,
Yeah.
I mean, last season as well, 29 goals in 34 games. He was your main guy scoring the goals.
Yeah.
An unbelievable
And he's already got
career
6
had.
this season as well.
Yeah, so he's going to be hard to
He's
replace.
up and going already for me.
Yeah. You're not playing against me in the Champions League by
No.
the looks of it, but you are playing against my old team Newcastle and your old team Chelsea.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So, yeah, we've got a couple of interesting games coming up there in
Celtic
the
as well,
Champions
I'd say.
League. Right, over to Real Madrid. What have I been doing in Madrid? Well, other than needing to register some players, I have had a very busy window as well, and I've still got £18 million left, and I just kind of left it in the end because I thought, never mind. I've sold £63 million worth here. Trevor Chalobah was one of the players that I got rid of. A Mega for another 23 because I bought in a striker. Melaman for 18.5, and I also got rid of Ivan Fraser and for Kyle Tomori as well as Diakabe. So a few of those players went out for good amounts of money, which allowed me to have an even bigger budget, and I spent a lot of money. So starting off, Dusan Vlahovic. 30 years of age now, but he is a world-class striker in my opinion. £72 million.
I was annoyed when you bought him because I was looking at him as well, but you jumped in before I did.
Yeah. 8 goals in 4 games so far. He's actually gonna rival Jude Bellingham for goals.
Yeah.
By the looks of it. I've also changed tactic as well, by the way. But yeah, I think he is an improvement to the striker that I had previously. As much as that striker was good, I actually think now I've got 2. Ratkov, I've got 2 Serbian strikers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Serbians that have come through, actually. That's quite good. Luis Gonçalves, this is a steal. £25 million. How good is he?
Yeah.
From Benfica. Now, I had him on my shortlist from the season before, but the season before that, the season before this, he was really expensive. And I just had him on my shortlist as that's an interesting player to look at if I ever need to sell one of the big midfielders that I've got. Didn't even need to sell any of them. I just had £25 million and it was a release clause. Like, that is unbelievable. So he's a fantastic player. Phenomenal, like, in terms of he's been starting centre-back for me. Even though I bought a centre-back.
He did, didn't he? We looked at him and went, why is he in centre-back?
Yeah, I was like, he's a centre midfielder. Like, what's going on here? He's not bad at centre-back. I mean, his heading's only 12 and his bravery's 13. He's got okay jump and reach at 14. Positioning of 15 though. So, I mean, he can do a job there, definitely.
Well,
but
we know
I
what
bought
I'm
him for a
gonna call him. He's a
midfielder
squad
role.
player, isn't he?
Yeah. But I bought Gonçalo Inacio, really, for that position. That's the player that I bought in. I had 2 players turn me down.
Yeah.
Well, not turn me down. The Chelsea lad who I mentioned previously, who was centre-back, the Ukrainian. I had a deal accepted, offered him money, and he turned me down and signed a new contract. This guy here, 21 now. I was like, I know exactly who I'm getting in at centre-back. That's my guy. Lovely stuff. We go forward, and I'm like, why has that transfer been cancelled? And I clicked, and he had signed a new bloody deal. And I offered him way more money than what they're prepared to pay.
Yeah.
So he's just loyal. And I guess you got to respect that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So, but he is dead to me. So instead I bought their other centre-back, Gonçalo Inacio, instead, £70 million. I would rather have had the other guy, and actually, to be honest, I did say to you, maybe the Inacio deal was a mistake, because I had loads of money left over, and I probably could have gone for a more expensive centre-back.
Yeah.
But then I also realised that Courtois had retired.
Yeah,
I didn't even
you forgot, didn't you?
completely forgot that I had to bring in another goalkeeper. So thankfully, I had a good amount of money left over, 90 million, and I brought in Villarreal's Jorgensen, who is fantastic in goal. So yeah, I'm happy with that goalkeeping acquisition. 28 now, so it's a good time to pick him up. Weakens an opposition, but he got 15 clean sheets last season, which I think was in the top 3 that I remember rightly in that profile. So that's good. Start the season. Remember last year, I lost to Osasuna first game, and you're like, what the hell? Well, this season, drew to Celta Vigo.
And what did you do the second game last season?
I won 9-1. This time I won 9-0. So, yeah, there we go. I need to win the league, so dropping any points like that is absolutely disgraceful, and I should be ashamed
you can't
of
afford
myself.
to drop a single point in this league now, can you?
Real Betis was a 6-0 win after that, so we're all looking good, and Espanyol 5-1. I've also got to play both Chelsea and Newcastle. It's funny how things work out, isn't it? As well as Arsenal.
I think Arsenal was in mine as well.
Yeah, they were. So 3 of the same teams that we got to play each other. As I said, I changed the tactics. This is what I'm going for instead. So last season I had a bit of a wild one, didn't I, with the shadow striker, but Buonani is actually more of a winger anyway than he is a shadow striker, so bringing him into this, if I did best 11 pick, I'm quite happy with this, other than of course Gonçalves goes into that role instead of Inacio. Do I nail in Inacio for while we're going through the season? I'm not quite sure. I'm still a little bit whether I should do that or not, because I don't necessarily like nailing in a player for every game when I have a goal of doing something. So, yeah, I might just leave it and let Gonçalves.
The good thing is, if you have an injury in the midfield, you know that he can go forward.
He goes forward. Yeah, that's it. And a lot of the time, like even just in the preparation up until this point, I had injuries or I had players who needed resting in this position. Now, I do have other players, but it meant that Gonçalves goes in straight away anyway. So, yeah, that's it. Well, I've got 1 goal left in Spain, but I kind of think I might stick around anyway to have another crack at that Champions League. Because I was so close anyway. I know this is a Champions League worthy team. Taking Barcelona to penalties. Barcelona have a good team anyway. But you've only got 1 goal in Inter in Italy, and I feel like time is ticking for you with that Inter side.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
There's players 33, 34.
I mean, they're quite capable of getting to the final of the Champions League as well. If I have a favourable draw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't afford to miss that cup again this season.
No, if you have another season, I think you could go maybe 1 more season with Martinez. But after that, you've got too many players who'll be retiring. Or
because next season, if I had a fairly budget and just sold 1 or 2 players, I could afford to buy another striker.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be able to afford to buy anything else. So.
No.
Yeah, I've got to. Milan done me badly that season.
Yeah, they did.
Beating me in the cup final.
Yeah.
So I've got to make sure I try and win that cup final. That's my goal this season.
Interesting times ahead. I can't believe we are already up to season number 8, but at the same time, what we've accomplished in those 7 seasons so far is pretty remarkable, to be honest.
It was. I mean, I said to you, well, season 8 already, and I said to you, didn't I? Did you think we would honestly have won what we had already won this quickly? And your answer to me was no, didn't you?
Because
I've never played this game before, so I don't know how it works. I'm learning as I'm going here, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But I must admit, I think we've done so well. But I mean, for you to turn around and say you didn't think we'd win this amount already.
No.
You know, and it just goes to show how good this we are really on each other's tails here.
Yeah, I thought the fact of having a versus Glory Hunter would make things harder to win. But I feel like it's upped us to the point where, like, I need to win it.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, when I was doing Glory Hunt, I was a lot more casual. I was like, okay, I can build a team for next year, and I've got time to do that next year. But now it's kind of like, no, I need to do it now.
Yeah.
I need to do it now. I need to go balls out now and win it now.
The prime example as well was earlier on this one. No, near the end by the transfer window, I had some money left over, and I could have gone for another goalkeeper, and it was quite a good one, wasn't he?
Yeah. And
you said, no, it was the first team goalkeeper. Someone offered me 40 million from, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I was thinking that Mendy was going to be my goalkeeper, first team keeper. Onana was going to be first keeper. And you were like, do you want to sell him? And usually I would have just gone 40 million for me keeper.
Oh, yeah. Shocked, he said no.
And I went, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose such a good keeper.
Yeah.
I've got 2 good keepers in there at the moment, so no, leave it. So, you know, we're on the button, aren't we? We got to be.
Yeah.
We're chasing each other's tail here, so I hope you guys are enjoying it, because we are. We're having so much fun here.
Absolutely. Make sure you are subscribed, because you don't want to miss another episode. Let's see what happens in season number 8. We got a goal set for this year. Dad's season really began in January when the Coppa Italia came around, starting well, beating Bologna 5-0. My season started immediately, of course, trying to overthrow Barcelona to La Liga title. And when the first El Clasico came around, we needed to make it count. And with all the best players in the world on the pitch, Barcelona pulled back a 2-goal deficit to make it 2-2 before half-time. Even though, Jude Bellingham, of course, it had to be scored the winner. This game was feisty too, with both teams having a player sent off with a straight red card. And by January, I was still unbeaten in the league, but only 2 points ahead of Barcelona and dominating the player statistics. And while Dad continued to go deep into Coppa Italia rounds, an early exit in Europe looked likely after a first leg loss to his old team Nice in the round of 16. Another El Clasico win for Real Madrid in the league, but I'd have to face them yet again in the Copa del Rey and in the Champions League knockout stages. 3 points and 2 games in hand with just 6 to play, and I was feeling confident, especially when Jude Bellingham is chasing 40 goals this season with a month to play, helping us with a chance to win it all this season. Right, Dad, what a season.
I mean, I'm
for
pleased.
AC Milan.
I'm pleased I'm still there, but I'm a bit, oh no, because it's Milan again, innit?
How well have they done?
Oh no, I'm worried now. I'm pleased that I've stayed right on their ass, but that's a big 17 points.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of points.
You lost 7 games in total. You lost to them as well away from home. Juve was another one. Roma. You only lost away games. At home, it's a fortress.
Yeah. Got to win your home games.
In Milan is also at home.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You drew 5 again against Milan, so you failed to beat your rivals.
I mean, like I said to you, I wasn't too worried about the league, so I'm hoping I've just concentrated on the cup.
Yeah, and it is all down to the cup for you. Now, in the league, you had the 2 top scorers. Rafael Leao got the most for Milan with only 17. You had 10 more with Lautaro Martinez.
Yeah.
That's your right winger getting the 30 goals.
So that done me. That was a right decision to put him playing winger, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he's
33 now.
And he's the top assist as well.
Yeah.
Or average rating, sorry.
One of the top. Wait, he's in there for the top assist, 13.
Yeah. Well, he won,
and the most man of the matches as well. So your keeper's also there for the Mike Mannion. I've never seen that. 26 clean sheets. And if you think about the legacy that AC
38.
Milan have had,
yeah,
with not conceding many goals, I think it was the 91-92 season where they only scored 36 goals or something. In the 38 game, and they won the league.
Yeah,
the amount of clean sheets, 26 clean sheets is absolutely insane. So they must have an unbelievable team. But it's all down to that Coppa Italia. Were they big enough and ugly enough to keep you away from winning that again? You've done it.
Job done.
You've done it.
Get in. 2 seasons, Italy done.
Right, okay.
I'm so pleased with that. That
knocked out by Nice.
Oh no, I feel a hell of a side up there. Look, they're going to knock me out of their Champions League.
They reached a semi-final last year.
Yeah.
Definitely in the quarter-final there.
Oh,
what a team they
I
have.
couldn't believe that when I seen that one go through, but I mean, I was pleased with that. Someone done me, I don't know whether it was Juventus or what, but I didn't knock Milan in. I don't think I did.
No.
So someone done me a big favour by knocking Milan out.
Yeah, they were knocked out by Spezia in the 3rd round.
That was a big favour for me.
That's really done you a big favour.
So I must have been the favourites to win that then.
Yeah, you knocked out Torino 3-0,
on.
Sampdoria 8-2 across the 2 legs, and it was Juve who defeated Udinese in the final. Big win! Big win!
Pleased with that.
All right, now Real Madrid.
No, how did we do?
Did I manage to do it? Please.
Yes! Oh,
98 points! Look at that.
Mate, you were top of the league all season, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I stayed top for a long period of time there. 6 points ahead of Barcelona. And I had to have a good... there was no way I couldn't do it without having an almost perfect season.
Yeah, you lost 2 games, wasn't it?
They had 101 last year. They're not going to all of a sudden drop 40 points.
No.
So I needed to have a big season. And 92 points is still massive to finish in 2nd place. Celta Vigo finished 3rd, by the way. And Zaragoza in 5th.
For everybody else, 4th.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's mental. I mean, Sevilla, Bilbao's down in 14th. I do feel for Bilbao because, like, on the game, they got a great starting team.
Yeah.
But they never have that many good Basque players come through.
That's
and also,
hard,
they're not allowed to sign anybody.
No,
you tend to see them really struggle later on. But anyway, besides the point, I only lost 2 games. Real Zaragoza and Espanyol. I did not lose to Barcelona. Didn't draw against them either.
There you go.
I beat them. And that's the 6 points that I needed because they would have also gained a point there.
Well, it's always going to be in that league between you two. So whoever beats each other is probably going to go on and win that league.
Yeah, I had the 3 top scorers of the league.
Oh, well, you should do, shouldn't you?
Oh my! It's only for Jose Fontan. It's the only reason why I'm not dominating that completely. Jude Bellingham, 26 league goals from centre midfield is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
I know it's Jude Bellingham. I know he's at Real Madrid. but still to get that on Football Manager is mental.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Great average rating as well. Dusan was a great signing. Vinicius Jr. moving into an inside forward definitely worked. So I am absolutely buzzing with that. But do I put a cherry on the top of this cake with a Champions League? Get in!
Oh, didn't really see that. It's the first.
Done.
That's the first big one really in the cabinet, isn't it?
2-0 against Man City in the final.
You nearly done the treble, mate.
Almost. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. Oh, I can leave Real Madrid and you need a job.
I've got to do Spain yet.
That's quite annoying. Do you know what's even more annoying? Is I can't take your job because your team's about to be too old.
They've got another season. You want to go buy a striker?
Nah. Nah. I wouldn't trust it.
Wouldn't you?
No, I think I have to wait. I really do. I think I might now aim to go back to England and get that FA Cup.
I mean, when you look at it, I've had 2 seasons in Real Madrid. I come first and second, and I got into 2 finals.
Yeah.
I won one of them, obviously. So
yeah,
they're a good side. Not Real Madrid for Inter Milan.
Champions
Sorry,
League ticked off.
That to me is the big one, isn't it? I mean, I think the Europa League is going to be the hardest one the league to win because we've got to get into a team that's in the Europa League, haven't we? But
yeah,
that's still a big one to win.
I take it you're going to be resigning then from Inter.
Yeah, I don't think they're good enough to win the Champions League, are they?
I might stick around. I've got time on my side. I'm enjoying my time at Real Madrid, enjoying my legacy, so I might leave you unemployed for a little bit.
This could be a case of what jobs come up.
Yeah.
Really?
Barcelona cost me. Yeah, I mean, right now, this team's disgusting. 45 goals from Vlahovic, 36 and 25 from Jude Bellingham, 36 and 14 from Vinicius Jr. Like, what is... Dressel 15 and 15, he was my substitute. Like, how good is he now? And he's barely playing. I'm actually quite interested by Luis Gonçalves. He played 50 games, so I think he did play centre-back quite a lot. And that's an unbelievable team that they've got there.
Yeah.
So they should. I spent a lot of money there, really. So
the problem we got now really is like when I built the Nice team, isn't it? They're a good side, so they're a competition against anybody in the Champions League, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so it's Real Madrid now is going to be there or thereabouts for the next 3 or 4 seasons.
Same as Man City, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Erling Haaland's still knocking around. They almost had a perfect league phase there, whereas we had a bit of a ropey one. I drew 2 games there against 2 teams I should not be drawn against. You drew against Arsenal and lost to Chelsea, your former club there. We went into the round of 16 straight away. I knocked out Liverpool. That was a tough one as well.
Yeah.
I was 1-0 down in the first leg. That's where you were eliminated by Nice in a 5-4, so that's quite an interesting one. Quarter-final, I knocked out Aston Villa, so that was an easier tie.
Yeah.
But I went into this, and that was when Nice was knocked out by Manchester City. I went into the semi-final, and I knocked out Barcelona. And I was 4-0 up in the first leg.
Yeah.
Because the second leg, I almost bloody threw it away. 3-0 in the second leg. That is mental.
Ooh,
that was a close one.
Yeah.
So at the Camp Nou, that was a close one. But I'll take that. So I've got to be happy. I'm absolutely buzzing. I almost got the treble there. That would have topped it off completely. But obviously winning the Copa del Rey last year, I'm absolutely fine with that. So job-wise then, I mean, if I was to stick around, £113 million.
Who won the Copa del Rey, by the way? Because you lost in the final, didn't
Barcelona.
you? It was Barcelona.
It was Barcelona. They beat me, yeah. So job-wise, let's have a look. Who do we have? Not Bayern Munich, Dad. Chelsea. I could go to Chelsea. That could be an FA Cup winning team. And I can sell that Ukrainian little knobhead who rejected me twice.
What?
He could be on the chopping block straight away. That's an FA Cup winning team right there.
What's Bayern Munich's team like? I've got to do Germany now, haven't I?
You have got to do Germany. They let you. You were too late last time, weren't they? Ivan Nilsson, amazing. Matisse Tell, amazing. Jamal Musiala, amazing. Jeremy Pino's there. Alphonso Davies is still a good age. There's some great players in there. They finished in 3rd, Dad. Leipzig won the league by a mile with Nelson Viper scoring 23. So he's had good growth. So, I mean, 62 points. They were 21 points behind Leipzig. That's astonishing, really, how bad that is.
Who did they sack then? Who was the manager they sacked?
Who? Oh, it was it? Yeah, Arteta.
Ooh.
He did win 5 trophies there, to be fair. He won the DFB Pokal 3 times while he was there, and the Bundesliga once. But yeah, it was time for him to go, and he is gone. So, I mean, the Chelsea job is very tempting. They have just sacked Unai Emery, who had been there for a while, and only won 1 FA Cup in 2028, which was 3 years ago. So, I mean, for me to win that, anybody could win that then. So... It's been a while since you've been there. It's very tempting.
Big question now is, what are we going to do?
It's every other year, isn't it?
What are we going to do?
Kind of a quiet one.
Yeah.
And we just know all hell is going to break loose this summer. But before that happens, there's a couple of trophies to add to our trophy cabinet. And then there's one massive trophy to add to the trophy cabinet. So let's take a look. So congrats to Dad, who completed Italy in just 2 seasons, winning the Coppa Italia with Inter Milan, and has now won half of the trophies required to complete Glory Hunter. But no doubt, he still falls behind, as with my Real Madrid team winning both the Champions League and La Liga, I'm now in a very dominant position right now. And if I somehow manage to get the Chelsea position in the summer, they also finish low enough to qualify for Europa League next season.